And our final speakers are New York City students, CTS Akbar and Aisha Green.
Hi, we're from Student Union, and Student Union is a bunch of students who come together who want to stand up for student rights, because we deserve an education that will conform to our needs. Not only high school students, but every student in general. And a lot of students are left out because of the inflexibility of the educational system regarding testing and Common Core and all of those things.
So far, Regents in itself, we have been, as Student Union, we've been trying to confront it. We know that right now Regents is merging with Common Core, but already we know that Regents is very racist and classist, considering that only 60% in 2011 graduated. And that means 40% were left out. And considering that Regents is tied in with promotion policy, it's problematic. And right now they're implementing Common Core with it. So far, 30% of Hispanic and Black youth are less likely to graduate than white youth. So in this way, it is very racist, and we want to put an end to we want to have the right to opt out, actually, and we're demanding that. Just like any other student, we deserve the right to opt out and decide what direction our schools are going in.
I'm just going to point out how dehumanizing our education is right now, because I feel like I'm just a test. Like, to be honest, I don't feel like I'm really judged off of my academic capability or my knowledge. It's me just circling a multiple choice question, or it's just writing down facts. It's not me putting forth what I've learned, like, as a person, what I've walked away from this topic with. Right. So I don't get what I get out of school. I don't understand. Am I supposed to pass a test in life, or am I supposed to learn and walk away as a, stronger person?
Right. And it's a basic human right, and right now, considering the way we are being dehumanized, it's time that we demand for alternatives in our school system. Alternatives already exist, so all we want is expansions and allowing alternatives to come. So far, there's consortium high schools throughout the city that use performance-based assessments to assess their students. They don't use Regents exams, because Regents exams do not even allow critical thinking. It's basically regurgitation.
Right.
And we want to build critical thinkers. We want to build people with skills, but stop making minority schools have to focus so much on testing and not have time for real thinking for these youth. Right now, we are demanding for folks to invest in real education, and it's time that we
Okay, good. All right, I'm rolling.
One thing that we've noticed as high school students is that the opt-out movement was very prominent amongst K to 8th grade students, and we're wondering, like, how come we can't opt out? We realize that it has to do with promotion policy, and it's something that we have to figure out how to target, and we don't feel like we have the resources to get, like, lawyers and figure out all those nitty-gritty things. Like, it's not our high school students, we cannot do this alone. But it's interesting because it's also like we have to be a part of this movement. We have to be able to not be subjected to standardization. We have to find ways to push for creative curriculum.
Because what do we do if we're not good test takers and we're not able to accurately express ourselves on the Regents or any type of test? We need to have alternatives to that.
Like consortium high school.
Exactly, and
the movement needs to have students in it right now, and that's not happening. We high school youth to also be brainstorming and visioning, creating their own spaces. Like, they need to be building their own units in their own schools. We don't have our own voices.
Exactly.
Everything is run by the staff. Everything is run by the DOE. It's very top down. Students are the last ones. They get the worst of everything. They're the ones having to take the test, and then they're the ones getting yelled at every day. They're the ones that are forced to go to school. They feel like prison all the time. It's building this prison culture of us being numbered.
Exactly, and where I see so many students, including myself, who lack the confidence because we're not engaged enough in the right way. We're engaged with a test, or with you're throwing this information at me as if I'm dumb, as if I don't have common sense and I can't put this together in my head. I need you to explain it through a test. Why can't I express what I learned my way? Like, if I'm an artist, or if I'm a writer, maybe I'm not good at math, but I can show you how to do it in another way. It's not helping.
And we're the now. We're not just the future. We have to really start focusing on the now.
Exactly.
Right now, not just these people have to become someone future on.
Yeah.
They're not meeting their needs. They're not, they're not good enough. But we're just fine. It's just your standards are complete crap, and they're binding us to these chains.
But you know what?
We need our education to finally benefit us.
That's Thank you.
Great, thank you.
I like the fuzzy thing right here.
Yeah, what is that for? I always wondered what that's for. Let us grow. We need to grow.
Cool. Oh yeah.
No, I was just finding out if anyone else was.
Is there any questions you would like to, or is
No,
it just
your
free
name,
talk?
just your name and why you're here. It's whole free talk.
Okay.
Where does it go?
My name is 268935673. That's my OSIS number. I mean, the DOE doesn't see me as a person. They see me as a number, as a test score, and not as a human being. So why should I recognize myself as a person? And after all, it's really not about me as an individual. It's about students all uniting together to do what they need to do in order to get the education they need. Because if we stand by and allow other people to fight our fight for us, pretty soon there'll be nothing to fight for. And we need to make sure that our voice is heard as students in order to get what we need. And what we need is critical thinking in our classrooms. We need to get rid of tests which are horrible for education, and we need to have a future where students are respected as human beings, and where we can make the future that we need and work together to get somewhere that's better than this.
Great. Thank you so much.
That was nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great.